All right.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to season two, episode two of the hottest show in South Jersey, the Mike Wilson Show. Mike, welcome back. Great to have you on again.
Thanks, Joe. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back.
All right, get right into this. I wouldn't say a lot. We have maybe a lot to talk about. We'll see how
Yeah.
we go over to. It was a rough opener the other night. It's 25-0. I know, young team and all, but tell us a little bit about the game, positives, negatives, and what you think.
Well, positives, the kids played hard for 48 minutes. We're playing a lot of younger kids, like I've said before. So that was their first varsity game for a lot of them. 4 freshmen started, 7 sophomores getting significant time, and even some of our older kids getting significant time for the first time. And then you play against a Cumberland team who has 18 seniors. So you play that. But again, we start off Cumberland off the punt. We take a shot. The ball's a little bit underthrown. The ball was dropped. You make that play there. We dropped another thing. Like we moved the ball, but drives were stopped because of our mistakes. The defense played well in spots. Our mistakes are fixable on film. It's just we got a long way to go, but there's definitely growth there, even though the score doesn't indicate that.
All right. I want to say, I did see the film of the game. There were some complete passes early on. I
Yeah.
did like what I see a little bit. I'm going to preview this Bridgeton game coming up. What could you tell? I saw Bridgeton over the weekend. What could you tell me about this Bridgeton team coming in on Thursday?
They remind me of Bridgeton when I was in high school. They're big, they're tough, they're aggressive. They're not afraid to hit you. They want to play downhill football. They're athletic everywhere on the field. Coach Williams has done a fantastic job taking over that program. And again, it's gonna be a physical football game Thursday night.
All right. So how would you compare Bridgeton to Cumberland? I think there's some similarities. What we can see, because what I'm going to say is watching both games, I'm going to see how we can compare these two opponents.
They're very similar. They play a very similar offense. They have a similar defense. I would say their talent levels are pretty equal. Their game down the line it's going to be an interesting game. Be a little Cumberland County rivalry game there. But yeah, they're very similar. Running backs both tough. Quarterbacks can throw the ball. They got some good line play on both sides of the ball. They're very similar when you really think about it.
All right, so what are the keys to this game? I know the teams are similar, but what do you need to do to win this game? Learning from mistakes from the last game.
Well, all right. So defensively, lining up right and tackling. Our mistakes was we didn't line up right a couple of times. Some young stuff, but things we got to get better from. Line up right, tackle, make them drive the field, cut down the big plays. Because Cumberland had 3 or 4 big plays, and that was the difference. Offensively, stayed ahead of the chains, no pre-snap penalties, catch the ball, block the right people, just keep the clock moving. And special teams wise, which I think was a bright spot on Thursday, just take advantage of that. Special teams wise, we played very well in special teams on Thursday night. Recovered an onside kick, recovered them off punt. Our punts improved from the preseason. So again, when that third phase and stuff like that, we just got to improve in those little areas. That you watch our film, so just not beat ourselves.
Right. I was going to say, is there any other positives or negatives? You kind of answered this before. I was going to ask you any more positives or negatives that you could pick up from that game. The positives.
Well, I think the positive is the kids play hard, Joe. They didn't quit. They played 48 minutes. They're disciplined. So we're changing that side of things. The kids are coming a long way there. Negative things we just got to learn from our mistakes and stop making the same mistake twice. And that's just when you're playing that many young kids, man, it just takes time and patience and like I tell my coaching staff, we just got to keep coaching every day because we got a long way to go.
Exactly. Not much more we can say about, that game or the game
Yeah.
coming up. I want to go into some other places in South Jersey for the moment. It was an interesting week 0. A lot of surprises, a lot of upsets. The season is young, but if the drama continues the way it is, we're going to be in for a great story heading into the first week of December. Anything that caught your attention, biggest surprises, teams you might want to look out for that you didn't talk about, or other teams that, should have dominated and didn't?
Again, you know me, I'm in my own little world. But outside looking in, watching Bridgeton play Delran. Delran's very good. I was impressed with Delran's quarterback. I was impressed with their line play, their running back. I was impressed with Delran played in week 0. I was impressed by them. I watched a little bit of the Haddonfield-Glassboro game. Haddonfield's good, but Glassboro's on a completely different talent level. And I don't know who's going to stop Glassboro this year. I mean, Haddonfield's well coached. They do a great job. They're going to be in the mix, but that was a good game. Those are two games that I kind of watched and stuff like that. I mean, some scoreboard stuff. I mean, I saw Atlantic City beat Mainland over in Delaware, things like that. But again, like I said, Delran's very good, and I was very impressed by Haddonfield and Glassboro.
So it's funny. You mentioned a lot of Group 2 teams.
Yes.
Haddonfield's going to be good. It certainly seems like. West Deptford, I heard, was impressive. Very impressive.
I was very impressed with them in our scrimmage. Yes.
And everybody that, including yourself, told me to look out for this team.
Yes.
You have the favorites, Camden, looking unbelievable, beating a tough team in West Virginia. You go into the Central Jersey a little bit. I saw a preview on Point Borough. It looks as if they were going to be totally reloaded. Got beat by a Rumson team who's a perennial power, which at least on paper was kind of rebuilding a bit. Rumson destroyed them 34-0.
Rumson's very good every year. So again, I mean,
Group 2,
I don't know much about him. I know Burrow's always very good and Rumson's always
they are. They both are good.
Yes.
So it's tough to say though what to expect from Point Borough, but they lost 34-0. But down here, Group 2, like I said, Delran, Group 2 could turn out to be.
I mean, Group 2 historically has always been very good.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another good year for Group 2.
Yeah, St. Augustine, big win out in Ohio.
Saw that.
Could this be the year they finally challenge that, the Big Five up north, at least get into the semifinal? I believe they were in the semifinal a couple of years ago.
Yes.
So they're making progress. Who knows? This could be that year. We'll see. Heading, Group 5, Tom's River North being defeated by a tough Red Bank Catholic team, but losing 21-0 got my attention.
Yes.
Could this be the year that they slip?
It's hard to tell. It's week 0. You got young kids in there. You play a Red Bank Catholic team. Like, again, it could be, but again, I want to count them out until it's over.
No, and I'm not. However, I heard about this Washington Township team. Everybody's raving about Washington Township. Again, it's 1 week. We shouldn't go crazy yet.
Ooh, no overreaction.
I saw Rancocas Valley handle Millville quite easily. I'd like to say Rancocas looks very efficient.
Yes, they did.
I think they're going to be there in the end, close to the end. Heading down to Group 4 and Group 3, I want to say this. I still have a lot of faith in the 3 Cape teams that lost this week. Millville,
I agree.
And Cedar Creek. Rough going, but it's the first week. We know Mainland very well. I totally believe they're going to right the ship and are going to get back where they have to be.
Yeah.
Millville. Looks like they lost a step from last year, but they look good. And they're going to win their fair share of games. I did like what I saw later in the game. The quarterback was earlier in the game. He was having trouble connecting. Finally got it together later in the game. They kind of looked like the Millville of old.
Yes.
And of course, Cedar Creek falling to Old Bridge. Old Bridge, as we know, is a I wouldn't say perennial power, but a steady power up north.
They're always in the mix, so that doesn't surprise me either. So it's week 0.
Yeah, and I think Cedar Creek's going to rebound as well.
I think so.
Any other thoughts heading into week 1, the official week 1?
All I know is week 0 really should be the official week 1 with all the teams that play nowadays.
Yeah, no, I know. I think they'll change that eventually. It'll become week 1. Little prediction I made here. It'll become week 1 very soon.
Yeah, eventually it will. I think we're getting there. But no, like I said, we're already in week 2, and we both know how fast this goes.
Yeah,
so
it does.
Enjoy it while you can. We got great weather, great football.
Weather's phenomenal.
Great time of year, man.
I'm still predicting one more heat wave to go before this is over.
Well, we both live down here. We know how that works.
You know how that goes.
Mike, a little summer heat in September goes a long way.
Unavoidable. Listen, Mike, I want to thank you for coming on the show again. Everybody, this is Joe Carullo at Carullo's Corner at it'sallaboutScores.com and it'sallaboutsports.com. This was episode 2 of the Mike Wilson Show. Mike, good luck Thursday night against Bridgeton, and we will see you back on the show next week.
Joe, thank you, guys. Thank you very much.